Have you ever missed a chance and then wondered what your life could have been? This story is about that moment, one card, one decision that changed everything. Stay with us till the end, because this story may change the way you see your next opportunity. Ramesh was a simple man. He lived in a small town, in a tiny rented room, just big enough for a bed and a fan. Every morning, he woke up at 6 a.m., wore his worn-out uniform, and walked 2 kilometers to the bakery where he worked. He wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't happy either. He was surviving. He needed dough, clean trays, and packed bread. Every day was the same. He looked out of the small bakery window and watched people drive by in shiny cars, wearing suits, holding coffee cups, talking on phones. He whispered to himself, one day, I'll be one of them. But how? He had no degree, no money, no connections, just one thing, a silent fire inside. At night, he would lie on his bed and stare at the ceiling. He dreamed of owning his own bakery one day. Big glass windows, fresh cakes, happy customers. But dreams fell far, like stars in the sky. One rainy evening, a man walked into the bakery. He wasn't like the usual customers. He wore a clean blue suit. He looked around and smiled. Who bakes the bread here? He asked. Ramesh wiped his hands and said, Sir, I do. The man nodded. I had your bun last week. It was different, software fresh. Reminded me of my childhood. Ramesh smiled shyly. Thank you, sir. The man paused, then looked around the small shop. Have you ever thought about starting your own place? He asked. Ramesh's heart skipped a beat. Yes, sir. Every day. But I don't know how. I have nothing. The man pulled out a visiting card. This is my number. Come to my office tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let's talk. Maybe I can help you? Then he turned and walked out into the rain. Ramesh held the card in his hand. His fingers trembled. He had never been invited to any office before. He stared at the name, Mr. Rajiv Mehta, business consultant. His mind raced. What if it's a joke? What if he wants money? What if I fail? He went home that night and kept the card under his pillow. The next morning, Ramesh woke up early. He ironed his only clean shirt, wore his best shoes, and looked at himself in the mirror. You can do this, he whispered. But as he stepped outside, doubt followed him. What if he laughs at me? What if he sees how poor I am? He stopped walking. His legs felt heavy. His dreams suddenly felt too big. He turned around, went back home, and tore the card in half. I'm not ready, he said to himself. That day, he went to work, and the next day, and the next. Life went on, but something inside him had changed. He no longer dreamed while staring at the ceiling. He just slept. 4 years passed. The bakery owner sold the shop to someone else. Ramesh lost his job. Now he worked at a tea stall. Lower pay, longer hours. He looked older, tired, worn out. One afternoon, a shiny new bakery opened across the street. Big glass windows, soft lighting, crowds lined up outside. There was laughter, music, success. Ramesh stood across the road and watched. A familiar face stood behind the counter, wearing a clean blue apron, smiling. It was Vikram, a young delivery boy who once worked at the same bakery as Ramesh, cleaning shelves and carrying bread bags. Ramesh's eyes widened. He crossed the road and walked in. Vikram? He whispered. Vikram looked up and smiled. Ramesh, bye. You remember me? How is this your shop? Ramesh asked, stunned. Vikram's smile faded a little. He walked around the counter and said, Do you remember that man who once came to the old bakery? Ramesh nodded slowly. The one who gave me the card? Yes, said Vikram. After you didn't show up, he came again the next week. He asked about you. I told him you didn't come. He looked disappointed. Then he asked me if I had any dreams. I said yes. I want to open a bakery like the ones I see in big cities. He laughed and said, Let's begin. He taught me everything. Business, finance, marketing. I worked hard, saved every rupee, and today, this bakery is mine. Ramesh couldn't speak. His lips trembled. The same card, the same offer, 2 different choices, 2 different lives. Vikram placed a warm hand on Ramesh's shoulder. Bye. I wish you had gone, even once. He would have helped you too. Ramesh nodded slowly, but his heart was heavy, not with anger, but with regret. That night, Ramesh sat outside the tea stall. The world around him was busy. Cars passed by. People laughed, but he was quiet. He thought of the visiting card, of the clean shirt, of the mirror, of his fear. He whispered, I lost, not because I didn't get a chance, but because I didn't take it. He closed his eyes and saw something new, not stars, but a second chance. Most people wait for a perfect opportunity, a moment where everything feels safe, where success is guaranteed. But life doesn't work like that. Opportunities don't always come twice. Sometimes they come in the middle of a busy day, wearing a suit and handing you a card. Fear whispers, "What if you fail?" But hope shouts, "What if you fly?" It's not the lack of chances that stops us. It's fear, it's doubt, it's waiting for a perfect moment. But perfect moments don't exist. Only decisions do. One step forward, one call, one meeting could change your whole life. So next time life hands you a card, take it. Go. Even if you're scared, even if you're unsure, because the biggest risk is not failure. The biggest risk is doing nothing. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Maybe someone you know is standing at a crossroads right now. Share this video with them and tell us in the comments, have you ever missed a chance because of fear? Let's talk about it. Let's learn from it. And let's not let fear win again. If you believe in second chances, if you believe in yourself, then hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. We'll keep sharing stories that move your heart and open your eyes. Until next time, stay brave, stay ready, and never, ever ignore that knock, because opportunity won't knock twice.